Life Without Limits, episode 2. Got JJ in the house, engineer, producer, artist, and a great friend of mine.
That Boi JJ.
That Boi JJ. I like the way you did that.
Yeah.
That's good. So shit, man, let's just dive right into it.
Let's dive on in there.
We already kind of got, a little background on the inspiration for your music and everything like that.
Right.
Last week, we were at a video shoot with you.
Si, senor.
How do you think that went?
I thought that was smooth. Video shoots for me are always a breeze because I've been like doing it for a long time, and it's like that particular day, I've never shot like 5-6 videos in one like sing. I've never done that before. And I wouldn't even advise anybody to do that, but I was just up for the challenge,
Right.
Like, Beezy was like, I got a place for like 5 hours and we can go crazy. So we got 2 different cameramen, shot 2 videos with cameraman. His name is Cam Gods. I've been knowing him for a long time. He's cool. He's, I like his mind and his camera work. And the first video I shot was an R&B song, Crescent Moon. It has the most numbers on my Spotify so far. I think we're over 18K streams.
Wow. And you just dropped that album and that song like a little over a month ago, correct?
Yeah, on Christmas.
Oh, so almost like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah. So for it to be like at like 18K, like the whole project that itself is at like, I think 113,000.
Wow.
So
that's 6,000 plays every month, at least on that one song.
Right. Whoa. On the project.
No, I'm talking about on the one song, Crescent Moon, that you made the video for. I noticed you did that one alone. Is there a reason why?
I'm like, I want to shoot a lot of my videos solo because I feel like a lot of our generation or the culture of the music now, like for rap videos, it's more so mindless to where they got all their partners in there. Or like if I do record a video, with somebody else, it'll be like the person that's on that song, or it'll have to be somebody that's really close to me, for symbolism.
Yeah.
Or if I do an R&B song, 9 times out of 10, I might not have a lady in there, but if I do, it'll be in a way that's not so cliche,
Okay.
But I like to be solo for those type of experiences. And I haven't shot an R&B video since 2010 or around that time, and I did that like in Tyler, Texas. We had a whole video treatment and everything, and
wow,
I didn't like the girl that they picked out for me, and so it wasn't a comfortable experience.
You weren't like really into it,
right? Like I probably end up getting that video taken down, but it's in the crates, and they understand, a long time ago. But it was a good song though. We did like a techno version for it. I had to do a lot of
different things,
but it was good though. It was good for learning experiences. But that was the first video, like R&B video, that I've shot. Like I think since then I've done rap thing, visuals, and I have some rap visuals in the crates that I haven't like released, that we've shot like 3 years ago. But
wow,
just cause
yeah.
But I'm gonna release that one. I don't know when it'll be finished, but I'm excited to get the footage in, and check it out.
For the Crescent Moon,
right? For Crescent Moon, and then it was cool because we had like a room. It was like a cool little it was
like a massive mirror in there.
Right, it was a huge mirror. You had
a
piano to the left. You had kind of like flowers behind you. You had a couch, and you had a love seat, and it was color coordinated. And I just did my thing in the room, just for that song. And then after we finished that, me and Beezy, what do we do after that? It wasn't Jigsaw.
It was I think BTB, was it BTB?
Bad to the Bone.
Yeah, where we all did it in that little room. I was in the corner doing the fog.
That was the set. That was another Cam God shoot. So
yeah,
and then while I was doing Crescent Moon, Rambo was finishing up his visuals for Steppers.
Yeah,
in another part of the
the studio.
Whatever. That's what you would call it.
That was a studio.
Yeah. Big ass.
That place was dope.
Yeah, so
they had like a bunch of different rooms where you could just like record different videos. All the appliances worked. Like if they had a tub in there, like a shower,
made use of it. You would have thought we was in 10 different locations.
Exactly.
So, yeah, after Steppers, we had the Bad to the Bone. We shot that like in a room that for the studio isn't even like a room that they like would think anybody would use. It was like
Facts.
an old garage looking room. Like
yeah, it was just like their storage room.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, let's go in there. Feel me? We put the color
Right.
on. We had the smoke in there, and we made use of that. That was lit. And directly after that, I think we shot No Purpose, me and Drees.
Yeah.
We backdoor with that. Big Fella Zell had came in and like he like randomly went in there because we were in the kitchen. The kitchen part, and he came in and he got the adding props and he turned the video.
Yeah, I remember I got to grab a plate of money and
yeah, that was a cool. I liked that shoot right there.
Yeah, that was dope.
Then right after that, me and Rambo did Jigsaw, kind of where they have the kind of like photo shoot area with the white background and little lights and stuff. We did that right there with we had the heart themed clothing on.
Yeah.
And then I think after that we shot Bazooka. Yeah, outside. Random too, because he asked me like, he was like, I don't know if you got any more like clothes he was like, if you don't, it's cool. But I was like, let's get it, you know? So I had just made it work. I had put on like the vest, the military, the
flak jacket,
the flak jacket. I knew he was gonna give me the term for it. And I was walking outside with Drees, and we see Rambo already like
doing it,
video mode. They got the car driving, Zay's in the trunk with the camera. I'm like, okay, let's get it. So we walking down there. I hear the song. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the one we're gonna do, Bazooka, because we had been talking about it.
Yeah,
dropped it like earlier in his career. It didn't get the love that it wanted, but
is it getting love now?
It's a good song. Yeah, Drees had said it earlier. I didn't even know he said that it was shooting up song Bazooka.
Yeah.
So I guess we picked the perfect time to do that. And I'm walking up and I hear it. I'm like, okay, that's the song. So like just out of nowhere, like I just run over there.
Yeah.
They got the camera rolling. He's shooting his scene. And my verse comes in directly after Rambo. So like I just was listening. So I'm jogging behind the car. And then my part comes in and he's got the camera and like, just on instinct.
Just happened.
He shoots the camera over to me and I'm, the kid that did all that. And we started from there and it was so natural.
Yeah, those sample videos that Zay in the Cut is putting out like right now. That shit looks fire, bro. I'm excited for that.
And it's crazy because this is his first time like even trying to, edit a video. Out of all the videos we shot,
so he's actually editing this one and not Charlie.
Yeah, he was. We're giving him a chance to, see what he could do, see what he got. We might. I'm gonna still probably send it through Charlie, to get the final
edit.
But yeah, for the most part, that was a cool shoot.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that one. For our listeners that don't know, Bazooka is dedicated to a good friend of ours that passed away last year due to COVID.
R.I.P.
So R.I.P. to Bazooka.
Man, I have a phone call. I have this video of like it was like random night. We're in the studio, me and BZ, and Bazooka's calling. He picks up the phone. What's up, man? And then they were just chatting for like 2 seconds, and then he points the phone. He's like, I'm in here with JJ, and you could just hear Bazooka. Hey, man, what's up, JJ?
Yeah,
how you doing, JJ?
Yeah,
I'm like, so he was always good spirits,
man. He was. I have a video of him when we're playing that song and we're in California and we're in his garage drinking and that song comes on and I just like I'm filming what's on the ground and I like come up and point it to him and he's like this and I cut that video up whenever he passed away and put it on my Instagram.
Man, I gotta do that for I might use the recording I have for like a tape. And the crazy thing is we did this song before I had went to Cali with him, so I had never met Bazooka beforehand. I did it with BZ. He just had the idea, and I ended up finding out that it was in the name of him. And then when we went out there, and I had linked up, he picked us up. I think it was a Lambo truck, maybe. I don't know what he had us in, bro. Had us in
some flash shit.
He playing our shit. This nigga, he was a real nigga, man.
Hell yeah, no, he was real. He loved the YKG music and the label.
The whole movement.
Yeah, he really was all about the movement, man. I miss that dude, man.
Oh God, man, he will be missed.
Yeah, he will definitely be missed. Y'all definitely got to put like at the end there, like in love and memory.
You know we will. Yeah. That's how we get down.
Oh, facts.
Got to.
Facts. So how long you been doing music, man?
25 now. Just turned 25 February 25th.
So it was your golden birthday. Oh shit! I see
I
you.
wish I was sitting on 25 M's like Drake was.
Hey,
We gonna get there.
we're gonna get
I'm
there.
gonna touch what Kanye just got 6.6 billion. Like I'm trying to get up there.
You will.
But I've been doing music, man. You could say all of my life, because even when I was like in like first, second grade, man, I would be on the karaoke machine with my friends, like, you know, singing and creating ideas and freestyling. But I officially started making music when I was, I would say, fifth grade, because I started production then. I did this little basic MIDI for kids keyboarding class after school, like for a little bit. So it taught me the basics, you know, of just navigating a keyboard. We learned on this big Yamaha that was like, you know, weighted keys and everything. So after that, I ended up getting my microphone, my first mic in sixth grade. It was Audio Technica. My dad's friend, he had a son that was very he was musically inclined.
He was musically inclined.
Yeah, so I would go to his house and watch him, you know, working on the program that I use now, you know, and I just had fell in love with the idea of audio engineering, you know, at that point. And his dad is like an uncle to me, so like they had like some extra mics, and he had gave me an extra mic, and then they gave me the program, and I was able to, you know, play around then. But even before then, my first time actually seeing somebody play a keyboard was it's like another uncle figure of mine. His name is Greg. We call him Mix Wiz. My dad would go to the studio, and they would do music, you know, just for fun. And when I seen him playing the keyboard, he had a motif. First time I seen him touch the keys, and he wasn't even like a, you know, just the greatest piano player ever.
Yeah.
His favorite keys were the black keys. He would just make beats like, it's like, you know what I mean?
Just solely off the black keys.
I thought that was like amazing, you know, and he thinks I'm the GOAT, you know. But first time I saw that, I was like, I know I want to get into production. So production started a little earlier. Then when I first got my mic, I went into it like, you know, really
getting deeper,
experiencing the audio engineering side. And I would just record all of my friends for fun. And, you know, I ended up, after a few years, I ended up actually taking it serious. And then I would charge, you know, for time, you know. And I did that with a lot of my friends that are either locked up or dead right now. I was trying to keep them out of the streets, you know. I was just the guy with the studio, like, and, you know, even though it's
just trying to do something different.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 it didn't work, because, you know, they're gonna do what they want to do. But you know, I tried, like, because that was everybody that I knew was passionate about music, you know.
Yeah,
and I always like to help.
Just give them an opportunity, you know.
Love to help. That
is crazy.
13-year. I got a video of you like on YouTube somewhere. Like it's like 13-year-old producer makes beat, like some crazy stuff.
Wow.
Like, from when I first was like taking it serious, because I would record like young heads and old heads. I had some people. It was like some people that were really like, you know, Rap a Lot affiliated. Like they had this group called the Baby Ghetto Boys. There were 2 guys from I can't remember. I think it's like Lounge Street or something like that. But this guy, his name was Drunk D, or they call him Nickel Nut. You know, he was an actual like really a person that was really, really like close to Jay. So Jay Prince had, you know, heard about me at a very early age.
Wow.
You know, from him, because he would, you know.
So about at how old? Like 13, 14?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had did like a whole album for this guy, and he had another partner that made them, I guess the Baby Ghetto Boys or whatever. But I did some work for him. I did work for a lot of, you know, I guess pioneers. And then that was like easy for me to do, because the way they recorded was very you know, like old heads do, they three verse stacks, you know, and like it's real simple, 3 verses, at the least 2 verses, you know, 3 hooks, and that was it. And they didn't want too much, so the little, you know, exaggerative things that I did was like
mind blowing to them.
Yeah. Chops and shit. Yeah, like, you know, chopping the beat, breaking samples, and I can remake a beat like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I think anybody who like is an experienced producer, you can do that. That's like a stage you go through in the beginner stage.
So you kind of like got into music at a young age. What was it about music that was like your escape, or like, you know, what was it that about music that just really intrigued you and kept you going into it?
Everything, really. I came out the womb just getting put on, like, just everything. You know, my dad was more lenient with me than he was with my sisters. So I got to listen to everything that, you know, he got to listen to. And he was very, like, well-rounded with music. So I got put on a lot of things that just made me, like, and the fact that he actually liked to sing and he was songwriting and stuff, when I saw him doing it, I was like, I kind of just, I picked up the torch, you know. And all his friends like, man, I don't know what you had in your nut when you made that nigga, but he's off the charts, like, you know. So, like, he loved that. You feel me? So, like,
well, that made him proud.
Yeah,
like,
that inspired him. So, like, I grew up never asking for things because I just understood, you know.
Yeah.
But he would be like, he would, you know, come to me like, you know, I'm getting a check Friday. Like, you want to go get a keyboard? Like, I'm young. I'm like, what's up? You know.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up getting, like, you know, my own little studio, and then I just naturally took into it. Like, even when I was, before I even got my studio, like, I would be on the computer downloading free trial programs. Like, as soon as I got home from school, I got my homework done, and I, you know, my stepmom would be like, he's always on the computer, like, what do you? But it was my escape, and it paid off, because, you know, when you put so much time into something, like, in the long run, now I could say that I, like, specialize in it, and I've done that. You would have thought that I went to school for it. I compare it to like a very experienced barber that never went to school, but it's like known for getting it, you know.
And now he knows the terminology.
And when you put the terminology to it, it
gives him a better understanding of. So that's why.
Because I only got good at my audio engineering is because I would play with the plugins and play with knobs to get the understanding what they did. So even though I might not know the exact terminology, I would know what to do with.
It's like muscle memory for you.
Right. That way, whenever you're in any DAW, you can kind of navigate, because, you know, all plugins, limiters, compressors, whole nine, they all work somewhat the same way.
Yeah. That's dope. So in all this time and all that you've done, are you about to go?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Dayo!
All
right, yeah. Link with me if either today or tomorrow, whichever one works better for you.
All right, cool.
I just got to give my people a heads up, man. Be
you
safe.
Yeah, I'll text you.
Alrighty. Dayo!
All right, so in all this time you've been doing music, have you ever felt like a feeling like, man, even in your industry days or the times you've worked for like J Prince or done things like that? Did you ever work for J Prince?
I haven't personally
directly worked for him, but you've worked for artists affiliated with him.
Right, we rap a lot. And then just around the city, anybody local that you can think of, or in Texas. Like,
so in all this time, basically, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, like, have you ever felt like a need, like, this might not be for me, like, I might want to do something else?
Nah. And I think it's because I started at such an early age, and I was just so passionate about it.
It's just a part of you.
Yeah, like I was telling you before, like, there are some people who, like, music isn't as therapeutic as it is for me. You know, like I said, I can listen to a song that I grew up on, and it kind of cradles me, you know, makes me feel better. So, like, I'm stuck with it. Like, I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. Like, without music, I'd feel a little like empty, you know?
Yeah.
So I hear a lot about, you know, other people, you know, losing their love for it, and I understand. But for me, it's one of those things where I'm on the side of the line where it's like, I'll never give up, because it's like, I'm gonna be doing this till I die.
No, facts. No, yeah, because I feel like there is a lot of people out there, like, who have a big dream and they have things that they want to do. And the music industry is hard, man. It's hard to even become popular. And once you become popular, it's like you got to stay relevant.
Yeah, I think it just you have to be courageous. You got to have some courage, because there are a lot of things that happen that are like discouraging, you know. And as long as you just keep pushing.
Can you speak on, like, a discouraging moment for you? Like,
for me personally, I think, you know, me coming into the music game / industry, doing everything, there have been positions where
at a young age,
I got, I would be taken advantage of, but I was smart, so I would know what was going on, but I just play my cards right. But as I got more into it, and the last label that I was on, it was kind of like I understood, because I was saving a lot of money. So it's more like they're taking advantage of thing, and
that would normally cost them money.
Right.
But by doing it through you, you're saving them money.
Like show mixes, and it was different artists on the label, so I'm doing all of their mixes, and production is all going through me, show mixes, and the whole nine, which I should have saw, like, at least something from, but I didn't. So it was more so, it was a lesson, but it was also like me being kind-hearted, like being big-hearted, because I would know what's going on.
Well, not only that, I mean, I don't think only that.
I
but
put my foot down, but
Yeah, but I don't think it's only that. I think it's that, like, it's something you're passionate about.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It's like you're super passionate about this thing, you love it, and it's just.
I'm also passionate about helping others.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's your thing, but music is your thing, so it's like you're doing it because, in a sense, you enjoy it.
Right.
But at the same time, like, people are taking advantage of the fact that you do enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So at what age, or like, what was it for you that made you realize, or what was that awakening moment for you where you were like, damn, that's how much I should be getting? Or have you always, that you always know that?
There were different experiences that I went, like the first label I was on, it was more, because we were all learning together, but it was an experience of, I'm just doing all of this, and it was kind of tiring to the point where I've always
You were getting burnt out.
Yeah, I'm always about going against the grain, so we were going with the grain with what we were doing, but a lot of it was like, okay, this is so tiring that I think I want to take a little break, because I feel like I'm one of those people where, like, in life you
just need rest. Yeah. Sometimes
so,
you need rest.
So I would do that, and that it offended them at the time, and it was okay for me, because I understand,
Yeah.
And then I just made a settlement, and I gave them all of the older music, all the old music that I did, with them, and I just let them, keep that, and that was the settlement we did. Even though, once I turned 18, it was all null and void because my dad signed as my guardian for that contract. So I was just generous enough to give them that because I can make music for days.
Yeah.
And then with my last label, Straight Lace, it was more so like I was actually doing a whole lot for the whole nine.
And were you getting paid at that time?
No.
Wow.
The only time I got paid was if it was something that I was doing, personally. So after a while, I got to be stingy with my hands, behind the boards, and people and the guys that I actually would help, even like there were those that I didn't know that I'm like, oh, you really have to pay me, and there were those that were kind of affiliates that I would like show love from now and then, and even those it would be some of those guys that would turn around and be mad at me like I was like a bad person afterwards, and I'm like, man,
what you mean? Like, I've been doing all this stuff for you for free. I've been, helping you out.
Even to this day, I've never thrown it in their face because I feel like if you don't understand that, and even if you do,
what's understood shouldn't have to be explained.
Right. So, and how I am, once the first time a person says F me, it's F them for forever,
Yeah.
And that's just that. You've already showed your colors. So those experiences kind of made me be like, okay. And then I me signing to the last label that I was signed to, it was so hard to get me to sign, but I only did it because at the time, I was just getting out of high school, and I felt a lot of pressure, and I felt like there was something that I needed to do.
You had to do something.
Right.
Everybody's going to college, military.
That way,
they're all doing.
People weren't looking at me like I wasn't doing anything, even though I believe that parents out there, you need to, after your kids are finished with all of that school, you need to get them a little break so that they don't mess your money off just by putting them directly into college straight afterward. Give them a year or so break. Let them kind of like take a deep breath before they go in. That way they don't, keep their mind clear. But I did that. But now I have my own label, and all of the learning that I did, good and bad, it's for the birds now.
Obviously, like, what you went through then is now a lesson for you now, because
it's defining. I don't even look at it like bad. I always look at the positive aspect of things because that's what you can grow on. The bad things that happen, you just understand what happened, and you make your peace with it, and you just move on.
There's a lesson in everything, man. There's always a silver lining, and
I tell people, you can learn from a dumb nigga.
Exactly.
You can learn from a dumb nigga on how not to be dumb. Yeah.
No, for sure.
But so now I have my own label, and everything's in my hands for the first time.
Yeah.
In a lifetime. So.
And now you know not to take advantage of somebody.
Well, not to be taken advantage of, or not to let people take advantage of.
Well, yeah. A lot of people don't understand.
Conscious about it.
But. Well, a lot of people don't understand about audio engineers. Is like, really can't do anything without them.
Right.
You know?
Producers too.
Well, producers are good too in a sense that I guess it depends what kind of producer you are, because a producer in a studio setting is really the coach.
I separate the the different terms. You got beat makers, you know, then you got like instrumentalists, and then you have actual producers, because a producer can be the person who came up with the cadence for the song or the idea.
Yeah.
A producer can be
No, and that's all great and all, but what I'm saying is like the people that are really in the nitty gritty, like if you want to sound great and do something a little different and to make all these ideas happen and come into fruition, like it really takes an audio engineer, you know? And so a lot of people don't realize that about the music game. And obviously
and
that
the right engineer too, because like some people are really good, but I call them the template users, because I feel like every single song should be mixed different, last, because that's just how it is. So
no facts,
you know.
Yeah, no, and I want to speak like back on the thing about the parents and the college thing, because I think that's real true, man. Like when I graduated high school, like I wanted to go to college. I wanted to go to Texas State. I wanted to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist or whatever.
I wanted to
like
minor in that.
Yeah, that was like my dream.
Yeah.
And I remember asking my dad, like telling him, like, yeah, this is what I want to do when I graduate high school and blah, blah, blah. And I remember him telling me, like, you know, well, I don't know how you're going to do that, like, or how you're going to pay for it, basically, in a sense.
Right.
And I look back at that now and I wonder, is like, was that him trying to pressure me into going to the military? Because that's what I ended up doing. And my dad was a Marine for 22 years. And so, like,
I feel like, you know, every parent's different, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like his mindset was more of you like you're old enough now, so you kind of figure it out on your own.
And it might have been, and like looking back, like it might have been.
I feel like that's another good way, because it gives you a sense of, okay, he's not gonna do it, so now I'm just gonna have to spend.
Well, I definitely don't regret going to the military, because like the military, what I noticed about it, like grew me up a lot faster than a lot of my peers.
Right.
And so like my mindset just changed from that.
Right.
But it was like a lot of good teachings from it, like that made me learn, like you know, when the going gets tough, like keep going, like you know what I'm saying, like don't stop.
I would have, I respect the military too, because it can make a man out of somebody who who looks at life like.
But like for somebody like you, like you've been around grown men like your whole life, even at a young age, so you kind of had to learn how to.
Even with my mom and whatnot, like it was like I could have took that experience of a lack of mother, and I could have really drowned in the sorrow, but instead I just made an understanding of it, and I built from it, and I chose to do that with like most things in my life. So
and that situation happened to you at a very young age,
like
right?
Around like 8, so, and it was bubbling before then, because it was all type of things that I went through, but I just was very understanding in my ability to adapt. It was just like
and overcome.
Yeah, so I would take all of that and I disciplined myself,
Yeah.
Even though I had good, like a great father figure. That's my hero. But he had to work a lot, especially without my mom being there, and then I had sisters, so like I would have to be disciplined, and like I'm perfect attendance, and like all of that. Even though I'm not like you're like must like get up and go type of person. My mom was my drive, you feel me? So I had to build that myself, but just discipline and stuff, like I had to do that for a long time.
No, fact.
To where me and my pops, we had a good enough relationship to where, like, even if when I was in high school, when I would stay out, I didn't have a curfew, but I'd set my own just so that it was reasonable in my head.
No, for sure. I mean, you just had to grow up quick at a young age, and like
I feel like most people should.
It's like the way I look at it about life is like, man, things happen in life and they suck and they're shitty and people have shitty lives, man. And a lot of people do these days is they want to play the victim,
right?
And they just want to be in that victim mentality.
And the crazy thing is, it only makes sense because I feel like if you learn how to do it at an early age, then once you get older, when you're put in a predicament, it isn't so my life is ending, because that's what that is.
That's what that feels like.
People are just a product of their childhoods, and if you were cradled, then you might not know what it is to be in a life-threatening situation, or
how to handle it.
Right.
When bad things happen, but it's like I feel like when things happen to you at a young age and you kind of learn and fight through them. like
they're defining for your
they are
adulthood.
defining for your adulthood, because when something else happens bad, it's like it's not as bad,
Right,
you know,
right.
in a sense.
And then the traumatic things that happen, like car wrecks, and the very, very like deeply traumatic things that happen, or
Yeah.
things that will affect you in the future, like
Yeah.
like in a deeper manner. Like
No, for sure. I mean, like, I lost
my
my dad at like 22, and he passed away from brain cancer. Like, found out he had it in January, passed
R.I.P.
away. Thanks. Passed away in March, so it was like only a 3-month thing. And like at that time, I had just had my son had just turned 1 years old. Like, you know, I was going through a lot, and I was like,
have you dealt with a lot of deaths like in your life?
Not necessarily. I mean, my grandma passed away at a pretty young age, but not somebody where I was like super close to, like that. That was just
Right.
like my person. Like, obviously, there was no other pain than losing a parent, and I
Right.
mean, like, obviously, you could relate to this. You know, even going through it at 8.
But my
So,
dad, I'd be tripping, bro.
Yeah.
If I lost my dad. But the thing is, I kind of learned to cope with death, and it's weird, but at an early age, because I'd start losing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like there were so many deaths that have counted that it was like, man, and then people that
did you
I
ever
was
get in that
close-
mindset where like it's like when people would pass away, you almost felt emotionless in a sense?
Not emotional,
Because that's how I felt.
Because like if it's somebody that was close to me, I kind of look at it like I gained a angel on my conscience. Like all the people that are my angels are a part of my conscience, because I have no bad blood with anyone. So
Yeah.
those people, like I feel like, and I be believing it, because it's like there are things that happen at times where, you know, I feel like, you know, there is somebody watching
Over you. Yeah.
So but yeah, so after a while it is like a numbing feeling, you know, and you have a hard time kind of like, you know, it's understanding how other people, you know, might take it way
definitely,
harder.
definitely.
But my horoscope, and I don't always believe in just listening to your horoscope, but it said that I was kind of made to withstand like 2 times the amount of pressure than others. So it seemed to me like, you know, everybody like else's suffer is
Like you were kind of born thick.
Right,
in a sense.
right. So like I was meant to take the pain, and like, and I was meant to help, you know, the people that I come across like transition through their hard times in life.
Yeah, because and I feel that I kind of get the same feeling about myself, because like when my dad passed away, like I remember for like a good 3 or 4 years after that, every time somebody would pass away, like I wouldn't feel anything. Like, you know, I was just kind of like,
especially whenever the person that one of those people that you love the most pass away, it's like your threshold is up there now.
Yeah,
so now
yeah.
when people have like, you know, just like
relatives pass away, and I could
Yeah.
never sympathize with these people, and I'd see them crying, and I'd be like, man, like, and I just thinking in like, you know, like it's okay, like, you know, the awkward hug,
After
like,
a while, it's just
you
they're
know.
just newbies, you know.
Yeah.
Down the road, they'll get, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, but now, like, you know, six years later or so, you know, like I look back at it and I'm like, damn, like, but that's really who made me today, and like I've used that to like, you know, help a lot of people like get out of that mentality of where they feel like a victim when bad things happen to them,
Because
and I'm like, don't be a victim, be a victor, you know.
That's a kind of it's like sort of a selfish mindset, because it's kind of like you're like, why did you have to leave me, or like why am I, you know, why is it you got to let them be happy how they are, you know, because if you would have tried to keep them here, everybody's time is their time, so like you know, you trying to keep that person here is not going to help them be who they are, you know.
Facts.
Like, so yeah, I definitely understand that.
Damn, dude, that's deep.
Yeah, it gets
You just gave me like a whole new perspective on how to look at it. And
Hey
like,
man,
I super appreciate that shit.
That's why I like getting asked questions, because like I like being able to, you know, just give a different view, a different lens view
real.
of the world.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yes, sir. Flips page.
You
gonna get my nigga
So
a
fucking, what
laptop.
new projects are y'all working on, man? Like now that we've all moved past all that, like what new projects are you working on? What can we expect from the YKG label
Sips
and everything
water,
like
because
that?
we got a lot of. We're gonna forever have hella content, just because just having me. I'm gonna make sure like we just gonna keep pushing out music. So that's what's gonna keep us ahead of like, you know, most of the locals. But first, right now I have the YKG compilation project called Ring of Legends. You feel me?
I like that.
That's about to drop like right now.
Right now?
That's a compilation of like
how right now?
like, you know, like right now, like soon as I leave here, like if I I'm about to link up with Wolf because I'm waiting on a verse from him.
That's all you need.
If you don't give me the verse,
You
I'm
just
gonna be
gonna-
like, hey, bro,
we
remember
dropping
that
it.
song we did a few months ago? I'm finna re-drop your shit. You feel me?
You're not on the song anymore.
No. I'm gonna keep him on there. I might screw it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna see what I'm.
So has he already like done a verse? You just want him to redo the verse?
Nah, he has yet to lay a verse on the many ideas that I've given him. But he's a well respected lyricist in my head, so he gets the weight. But I have everything else finalized. It's gonna be very interesting. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of people who appreciate it, and it's gonna be the first of many. So we have that one, and then I have 2 ideas for projects that I've got coming up. One called The Wizard with a SZ,
Nice.
S before the Z, and then the other.
And that's a personal project, correct?
For
yourself.
Yeah. And The President. The Wizard is gonna be mindless. You feel me? Mindless, less me on my phone, more me in my head. And then The President is gonna be more like, lyrical content. And I was gonna put The Wizard first, but I was on the phone with Charlie, and I was telling him about my project ideas. And I was telling him about how I want the classified case or whatever. And his wife overheard, and she was like, I just got the chills when I heard The President. Like, you got to drop that one first. Like, it gave me the chills. Like, that's got to be the one you put first.
So in The President, you're going to go into like the deeper parts of JJ and really
we're
going
to get the surface. We're not going to go into the deeper parts of JJ yet, just because I want to get him time, because I don't want to overwhelm him.
You want to build up to it, as you drop more albums?
Yeah. That was my whole point. Like, for all the people who...
So it's a plan behind it.
Right.
There's a method behind the madness.
Yeah, everything is very like premeditated. Even my R&B project, like, that was like tunes for you to hold them off until I give them this triumphance. But I'm always everything's gonna have a theme to it. So so I took that as a sign, her saying that she got chills from it. You feel me? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with The President first.
All right.
You feel me? So that's gonna go first. So that'll probably be after the YKG project, unless me and Rambo finish our joint project
compilation
beforehand.
Project.
That's going to be called the Sensei in the, I don't know how to say the Ishi Dishi, however you say that, which is also, it's like the student.
Basically saying the pupil, like student. In a sense.
Yeah. And he came to me with the idea. I thought that was lit. They always call me Sensei because I'm like a teacher. I can coach.
Well, you've been doing this longer than pretty much every other artist on the label,
artist
correct?
Development in the labels is what they call it. I'm really good at that. But he came to me with the idea, and that's just live to me because it's like it's like an appreciation, like, because I'm so humble. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, we could both be senseis on that cover. You feel me?
Yeah,
facts. But he like, nah, I want it to be you the sensei and I'm the student. I'm under you. And he had the whole vision, so we're gonna go with that. And but then after that, I think in April, Dreezus is dropping.
Thing about Dreezus that I like, Dreezus has like always this mysterious way about him. Like, you don't ever know when Dreezus is dropping, then a song will just drop for Dreezus.
I'm like slight that. I used to be more so like that, like around his age. Because that's just like,
So who's the most popular artist on your label?
All of us.
All of y'all?
Yeah.
So y'all pretty much got up there now.
Right. We're all like inclined in different areas. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, Drizzo's got the fan base. I'm already knowing he does. He's got fans come out the woodworks. Easy has the consistency, so his numbers are always and consistently inclining. And I have the experience, but also like the versatile like
the versatility.
The versatile aspect of my music. So me dropping like R&B, like,
you kind of hit two
my
fan
numbers
bases at one time.
Yeah, and then people gravitate. R&B stretches, so like that project has the most numbers out of anything we've all collectively dropped. Like, I think Crescent Moon is now at 18.2K, like, and just yesterday it was at 17 something. So it's like very inclining, and that whole project itself is at 113,000 streams all time, and I just dropped that on Christmas. And then Dumb Down is at 45,000 streams all time, and I dropped that December 1st. And Cake and Ice Cream.
So people really fuck with your R&B shit hard.
Like I guess I guess fan base, that collective is like.
But before you
very
drop
broad.
another R&B album, you're gonna drop 2 rap albums.
Yeah,
I
and
like
I gotta
that.
deal with it. But I have to drop an R&B one like
Right
in the middle. But I don't know what it is gonna be yet. But I have to because they gonna get on my ass if I don't.
Yeah, they're gonna be 1 and 1.
They gonna be like, hey, bro.
But you gotta let them wait for it.
Yeah, it's cause I'm gonna get all this rapping shit out because I ain't gonna be able to rap forever. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I am, but
You had spoke about that a little.
right?
last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm gonna keep singing till I die though. They gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Singing JJ at 60, you know.
That's awesome. That is
Be on
awesome.
my Quincy Jones shit in the booth, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Well, fuck. Well, we appreciate having you, man. But if people want to continue to follow you and continue to know when all these new drops are coming, where can they find you?
Hey, that JEVARIANJ. Don't forget the period. That's on everything. Looking at nah. Every social media, everything is Jevarian J. So Insta, Twitter, you know. I don't have a Snap.
You don't have Facebook either.
I do have a Facebook, Jevarian J, same. But and then on Spotify, Apple Music, every platform is Jevarian J.
Okay.
You know,
Sweet.
and that's JEVARIANJ.
Nice.
All right, appreciate you for having me.
No, we
man.
appreciate having you, man. I
This is
appreciate
a
you
life
coming
without
out.
limits.
This is Life Without
And
Limits.
we had Drees in the cut.
The whole time you didn't know because Dreezus is so mysterious.
Gang, yes sir, yes sir, keep
Hell
going,
yeah.
yes sir, keep going,
Yes, sir. Keep going.
Shout out Beezy, shout out Wild Ass Mike, shout out YKG Joe, shout out Siscalini,
Thank
shout
you.
out Teo, man, shout Dreezo right here.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's affiliated with the YKG label. All right, bro. Shit. Thanks for coming out. If you like what you heard today and would like more information on when we will be dropping more episodes or to stay up to date with our movement, please follow us on Instagram at LifeWOLimits1. Also, please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and SoundCloud. We appreciate y'all listening. Till next time, stay limitless. Peace.